Hey guys, Sulimir here, and today we're going to be doing an update video. Sorry I have not been uploading, it's just there's been nothing to upload, and yeah. So this is going to be our update video, and we're starting off by updating you on how the Nicobariensis colony is doing. They're growing in numbers, they're getting large, and we can, I think by now, they should move to a new container, except that it's not done being made yet. But there you can see one Nicobariensis worker just walking and exploring. And then in the pile of wood, there's a colony of them. A small amount of them, and there's also some in the other tube, and also there's another tube. So we don't know which one the queen is inside, but we've never really seen the queen nowadays because, yeah, there's too many of them. And this is an experiment to see if they wanted to use any soil. Obviously, we know they're carpenter ants and they don't really use soil, but we just wanted to experiment if they would use it. And that's the Camponotus Nicobariensis. Next up, we have our Camponotus Auriventris colony. And this is actually the first colony that we've captured. Not the first one ever, because the Nicobariensis was the first one. But they're growing rapidly. And the big ones, they're not the queens, they're just majors. You can see how some majors have smaller heads while the others have bigger heads. I don't know why, but yeah. So right now, they're just waiting for their to be fed because every day they always get out because there's not enough space in their test tube. And sometimes they climb up the walls and try to escape. I forgot to mention in the Nicobariensis one, sometimes they escape. So yeah, that's the update on this Auriventris colony. Now let's move on to the other one. This is our other Auriventris colony. And it may seem like they're smaller by a lot, but they're only a little bit smaller, because I'm pretty sure if we do this, as you can see, they have a lot of workers in there. But the reason why they're smaller, there's two. One is that they're 1 day younger than the other colony, and two is because they suffered from the small ant invasion. So that's why they're smaller. And that's the update for this Auriventris colony. And they're also pretty messy too. On to 3 of our lots of ant colonies remaining. Now the reason why I'm not showing the others is because there's simply too many of them. So we're just going to shorten it down to 3 of these colonies. This one is the Camponotus Albosparsus. And they're a smaller species compared to the Nicobariensis and the Auriventris, but they're still cool. They're just a little bit harder to see since they're smaller. As you can see, they're progressing pretty well in their colony and they're generally calm. Next up, we got the Camponotus Irritans colony. And they're slightly bigger than the Albosparsus. I think they're close to the size of the Nicobariensis and Auriventris. Yeah, very similar in size. As you can see, there's the queen, the one which has the black gaster and the black head, and is slightly bigger than the others. It's a little bit hard to see her because her workers are covering her, but yeah. That's our Camponotus Irritans colony. They're doing pretty well. Next up, we have our, not Camponotus, Colobopsis colony. And they're a very small species, and there's relatively few of them. But the smaller species, the smaller they are, the faster they will have a gigantic colony. Because if the workers are larger, or if they have majors, it'll just take longer for those workers or majors to develop. So I'm assuming these ones are going to grow into great numbers in the future. And that's it for our ants update. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we are making new Tupperware boxes for the ants. As you can see, this wire mesh is the version 2.0 of the Tupperware comparison to all these little holes that we drilled and drilled and drilled all across the entire thing. And there's also another feature that's better, and that's these little things that prevent ants from crawling under and getting on top. Of course, if they're bigger types, then they would just be able to stand on two legs and then have their other four go on there, but we mostly have problems with small ants. Never had them with the bigger ones before, so yeah. Okay, like and subscribe. Bye!